Hey, this is Shobit, and today we'll be talking about why your job search is not working. Stay tuned for more. Hey everyone, so the number one reason why your job search is not working is that you are not clear about what you want. Listen, I've worked with hundreds of product managers right now, or aspiring product managers looking to get into the field, and they're confused. They come in and they want everything. They want every single thing. They want the high paying job with a lot of stock options, with great work-life balance, with an amazing manager, at the perfect location, exactly in the field that they want to be in, having great impact, like all these things, they want all of them. But very often what they miss is that they don't know which one is truly important to them. Which one is the one that really matters? You know, is it about income? Is your goal to have massive income at this point? Because it might be. You know, I'm working with someone who's done a lot of startups. None of them have been super successful, but they are highly capable and they know they need to build up their cash reserves for retirement, for the income and other things. And it's good. It's something we can work towards. Or for another person, it's not really about income. They have tons of money. They just want to make sure that they're contributing to the world. They want to make sure that they feel proud about the kind of work that they show up with. They want to leave every day energized, just, like, oh, I did so many amazing things. I'm changing lives and I just love the feeling. And that's what they're after, because they have enough money in the bank. They have a partner who's working. They have a house that's paid off for another house generating income, all those things. So for them, it's not necessarily about the income, but it's about the impact. For some people, it's about their freedom. You know, I have somebody I'm working with who's a consultant, well paid, but at the same time, what this person's realizing is that their life is running away. They haven't had the time that they want with their loved ones. They want a lot more time. They want a lot more freedom. So what I'm saying is that it's possible you can get all of those, but if you chase every single thing, then either every job seems not good enough, or you're just chasing everything because it has one of these elements. So once you optimize and know exactly what you want, life becomes so much simpler, because then you can target, you can go after the right things. You can even start to put that message out in the universe and let the universe, your network, just nature, everything help you out. But it all begins with having a clear understanding of what you want, what is it that you truly value, and then your approach changes. And look, this even changes your approach completely, in the sense of your positioning. What do you want to happen and how do you want to come across? That is completely changed, where, depending on what you want to optimize for. I have this client who used this awesome phrase, which was, I want the company to be wanting to buy what I'm selling. I want the company to be wanting to buy what I'm selling. Because this person, they have particular skill sets that they're amazing at. And it's not just skill sets. They know that's how they drive joy, that's how they get flow, and they want to be in a place where they're using these skill sets and getting that joy. And so, that clarity changes everything in the search. So that's now number one thing why job search is not working, is not you haven't yet clarified what you truly want from it. Mistake number two, you're not actively applying. So I don't know, right now the product management market is such that if you had a somewhat decent LinkedIn profile and you open it up and you said, okay, open to applying, you'll get recruiters reaching out to you. I mean, I know that. I've even helped some companies recruit, and I've reached out to people. And because that's the case, a lot of people, when I ask them, hey, so yeah, tell me about your search, they say, oh, I'm not actively looking yet. Okay, awesome. So tell me what's happened. Well, I've interviewed with 5 companies. Okay, so you're not actively looking, but you've interviewed with 5 companies. What does that mean? Well, that means I'm just waiting for people to reach out to me via LinkedIn. They do, and then I interview there. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible strategy. I mean, imagine this. Imagine if you're applying to school, right? And you say, okay, well, I'm just going to wait and see which university send me their brochure, and then I'll go and apply to them. If you had a school counselor or something like that, they would smack you on the side of the head. They'll be like, are you crazy? You go after your target schools, your reach schools. You go after what you want, not just what shows up at your doorstep. But over and over again, I see product managers pretend that they're not actively looking and just wait for recruiters to reach out to them. Now, 2 things happen as a result of that. Why that doesn't work. First of all the amazing jobs out there, you're just dependent on chance. You're dependent on some people to reach out to you and they happen to think that you're a fit. And by the way, most of the times when you get those reach out, it's much less level than you might have been able to achieve had you were the one reaching out. Because recruiters want to just fill the role. That's what they're incentivized with. So they're not going to give you stretch opportunities. No, they're going to give you opportunities that are right within your reach. I mean, even after years of product managers, after years of product manager experience, including at Google, I get callouts for like, oh, we are starting this role and we want a junior product manager. Your experience is a great fit. Of course, it's a great fit. I would have been a VP here and you're sending me a junior product manager role. So that's the first thing. You're not getting the roles that you actually deserve. But there's a second thing. By doing the the second honest reason why people are not reaching out, and the reason is that when they start reaching out, they can no longer pretend that they're not actively looking. What does that mean? That means that if they get rejected, they don't have that excuse of, oh, I was not actively looking. In the sense that they've been protecting themselves all this long from rejection because they are insecure, they are underconfident, they know they might get rejected. And if they can say that, hey, I wasn't actively looking, they can just be like, well, I wasn't actively looking yet. So, I got rejected, so what? I didn't really try. Stop hiding behind excuses. This is not about your excuse. If you are actually going through the effort of preparing and interviewing, you're putting in most of the effort anyway. So you might as well clarify what you want and then go and start to apply to the right companies that will give you what you want, and stop pretending that, I wasn't actively looking, so I got rejected. Doesn't matter. I'll try again because, when I put in the effort, I will absolutely succeed. What you're doing is you're being a child who needs to protect themselves, not a grown-up who is okay with failure and okay with, I give it my best shot and even that was not good enough. Because it happens. Everywhere in life that happens. It happens with me in the business every day. I speak to so many people who I think might be I know I can help them. So I say, look, let's work together. And they say, no, I don't want to work with you because I don't want to work with anyone. I'm too worried that if I invested in anything else and things didn't work out, I would not be okay. And I have to be okay with not being able to convince them. It's okay. It's just part of life. Failures are a part of life. So stop pretending that you are not actively looking and go out there and get what you deserve. Reason number 3 that your job search is not working is that you're pretending that it's a check the box exercise. So most of the time when I see product managers, I see them go to a job description and first of all assume that whatever it says, they have to have those qualities for them to be selected. Second of all, they sort of assume that the recruiters, the hiring manager, the hiring committee, all of them will be going through a checklist. They'll be like, okay, this person has this person has this, they're hired. That's never the case. First of all, most job descriptions, they are meant for the ideal candidate, which most of the time, for most of the jobs, does not exist. So they say 10 years of product management experience, apply with 3. Those sort of things can definitely be negotiated. But there's the other part. When you pretend that it's a check the box exercise, you want to cover all your bases, but you forget your strengths and your spikes, and you do not inspire the interviewer, the hiring manager. Look, job search is so much about your story and how much you're able to inspire them and build that confidence that you are the right candidate. They came up with an idea of what they want, but when they see someone who's amazing, people change job descriptions, what they wanted. Hiring managers change these things all the time. So you can stop pretending that it's a check the box exercise and start going and inspiring your interviewers, inspiring your hiring managers, and getting the job that you truly deserve. Reason number 4 why your job search is not working is your lack of confidence. And it's even more. So I'll explain. So when I see people applying for certain jobs, they often get asked questions. And when they don't know the right answer or they are nervous, they start to really cower. They start to move back, retract. And when that happens, the fact is that your interviewer, even at a subconscious level, can absolutely guess it, see it, sense it. They know that it's happening, right? And when they know that's happening, automatically their assessment of you, they're making judgments about you, they're assessing you, they start to go in the negative territory. So with your answers, you might have been already, let's say a strong hire or maybe a hire, but when you show that lack of confidence and you even start to sense that, it's going to go back down to lean hire, no hire, and so on and so forth, even if your answers remain the same. So that confidence is the missing piece. So there's a few things about confidence that job seekers get wrong. One of the things that they get wrong is how it affects the quality of the answers. In the sense, I'll give you an example. One of my star students who ended up getting an amazing role, they will ask a question that, hey, you've never done work on marketplaces before, and this is a marketplace role. So we can't hire you. And this person was like, oh yeah, my current domain, I had never worked on it until 3 years ago. I now run a $30 to $40 billion worth of transactions in my current domain. And I'd never done this before. So I've shown that I can learn really fast. So don't you think I can pick up the things I need to know about marketplaces really fast? And the interviewer was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Let's move you to the next round. So that's what confidence does for you. It helps you think creatively about how you want to answer and improve the quality of your answers. But it also sends this clear signal to the interviewer that you're worthy, you are self-assured, you deserve to be there, and they need to put you onto the next round, or they need to go and say yes. The other thing it does is changes your likability, in the sense that while the interviewer is interviewing you, they're also making this call on not just whether you're going to be good for the job, but do they want to work with you? Do they want to work with you? And they're making this judgment subconsciously all the time. And so your level of confidence changes your likability, and then they're like, oh yeah, I do want to work with this person. So I'm actually going to give them the benefit of the doubt. So that's the first thing. Job seekers don't understand what's going to happen as a result of this. But there's the other part, which is confidence is something that is not inherent. You can train it. And you can train it for specific contexts, specific situations, by techniques like visualizations, by techniques that, I coach people through as, literally the first thing I coach people through when they start working with me is their mindset, their psychology, and their confidence. Because look, for anything you want to achieve in life, there is the strategy, the steps that you do, and there's the psychology. And you can't train one effectively without the other. There's just no way. So you gotta train both. And so psychology, confidence is all something that's 100% trainable, that you can really help succeed, right? And so that's the thing that you probably have been missing all these years, is not consciously training that confidence and that mindset and that psychology that ultimately leads to success on the other side. So the last thing that's causing your job search to not work for you is you don't get the feedback that you deserve. Look, I've seen enough people go through, let's say, Amazon's round or Google's round, and they do the prep, they write out their stories, or they do some product design questions. Maybe they even do some peer interviews. Maybe they even hire coaches, but it doesn't work out. And the reason it doesn't is that you are not getting the feedback that you need. And feedback's not just about watch one interview and tell me what I did wrong. It's about observing where you are, not in a dot, but in a line, as in seeing your performance over and over and over again, and understanding across these interviews, where is it that you actually need help? What is it that you're not doing right? When you got rejected, what happened? This mentor, this coach, this person who's giving you that direct feedback, so you know what you need to fix. Because what I see a lot of product managers do is that they're flying blind. They are going without any sort of way to figure out where things are actually going wrong, and they just keep applying and they keep applying and they keep getting rejected, and their confidence dips, and then they throw more money at more mock interviews, or throw more time with mock interviews with their peers who are at the exact same spot. So it's the blind leading the blind, and then they might hire one or two people and do a couple of mocks and try to get feedback from that. It doesn't work. So you need a proven mentor that's going to stick with you throughout this time and give you the feedback that you deserve to make sure your job search sucks, and to make your job search works and helps you land the role that you truly deserve and you truly want. Okay, so now you have a choice. You could understand exactly why your job search is not working, and this was a great YouTube video, you liked it, and you ignore it. You not move forward with anything. Or you have an opportunity here to forever change the trajectory of your search and land that role that you're after. So here's what we're offering. You can, using the link that we give here, set up time with somebody on my team, me or somebody on my team, so that we can analyze and work with you and try to figure out how your career is going, where things are working, where things are not working, and really clarify and gain that clarity on what you want to happen. And that in itself, for most people, it's like a amazing strategy coaching session where they finally get clear on what do they want to happen and what is it that's been blocking them all this time. And if there is a part that we can play in that path, we'll be happy to show you how. And if it's right, we'll make a decision, we'll get you going, and we'll make a job search work. And if not, look, we love doing this. We're here to help people who are truly going to make a massive change in their career, make giant strides, and we want to help you. So, the slots might be very limited. Very often you might have to wait 2-3 weeks. We're getting so booked out. So every member of my team is trained to do these calls really well. Set up that time with us. Don't let this opportunity go, because you might never see this again. And let's go help you make your job search work and help you have the career that you dream of.